What's up, guys? Keith Kalfas. I've always wanted to tell the story of my music career that flopped and went nowhere. And there's so much shame around that subject for me that I said, hey, let's make a video about it. Because I believe that you guys out there who are musicians, not the ones who do it just because you like doing it. I'm talking about the ones who think, oh, we could do something with this. We could become famous. We could be on TV and get Grammys and have zeros in our bank accounts and get the ultimate validation from everybody. Think about that. That's a sickness that's not even real. And it's been put in our heads through television and through obvious reasons. So this is how it happened for me. I was a Mr. R&B pop star. I started out as a young kid. I picked up Beethoven on the piano as a young kid. I was singing since I was a little kid. And around the age of 18, some friends of mine told me, they're like, dude, you can actually sing good. I'm like, no. Because deep down inside, I was singing all the time, and I just didn't let anybody hear it because I was, ashamed of myself that, I'm sitting here looking up to Michael Jackson and trying to sing like Justin Timberlake. I don't care, man. I'm admitting it right now. And stuff like that, I love Craig David and Usher and stuff like that. Well, my friends are sitting there listening to the big timers and all the rap music and all that crap. With I like some rap music too back then, but I loved R&B, man. I loved it so much. It was so emotional. I could relate to it so much. So I was trying to sing like that, and I started doing karaoke. That was bad. I'm like 17, 18, 19, making an ass out of myself at the karaoke bar. And the messed up thing is some people would come up to me like, dude, you're really good. Blah, 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 blah. And I started winning karaoke competitions. There's times where I was horrible. I would drop the mic, it would go boom real loud through the speakers, and the DJ would kick me out of the bar and yell at me for abusing the equipment. That's how insecure I was. My whole face, and I would go back to the bar again. There's times I wanted to hang myself that when I even look back, I wouldn't even want to show my face in those places just because the shame. But here's the thing, I got obsessed with doing music. I invested in a bunch of studio equipment. I was taking my rent money and buying studio equipment, making songs, making beats, and just became obsessed with it. My friends started a rap group. I was singing. I cut my own album, and I actually had a couple good songs. Some of them, most of them were corny and sucked, but it was those few good songs that started getting around and people were hearing them like, dude, and I'm getting that validation. I'm getting that egoic stroke on the back. And then we started doing shows. I was horrible, but I loved it so much. It got to a point where I was winning karaoke competitions, or at least placing them. Then I started doing all these Channel 4 and News super singer competitions, and I was making it through the rounds. I never won any of them, but I won first place in this karaoke competition that was like out of hundreds of people, narrowed all the way down to 3, and I won first place. It was amazing, and they disqualified me right before they didn't even place me because I broke the agreement. They disqualified me for being a professional singer. I had a record deal out of California. It wasn't even a big label. I'm not going to say the name. So I had a personal manager, a business manager. I got to the point where I had a producer and studio time, and I was going to start touring. I did a local tour. I probably did like 180 live performances. I got to perform live on stage in concert in front of 3,000 at a Paul Mitchell show. It was all women. So that was right up the genre of music I was doing. And I started getting really good actually because, and I can't even sing that good, dude. I'm like an average singer, but it was my go get it. It was my enthusiasm, my stage presence. I was told by people that when I performed, it was literally captivating. But I've also been told by some people who care about me that you need to tone it down on stage, man. You're like, what are you doing with all this? You trying to be a ninja or something on stage? And I just want to go like just hang myself because there's so much vulnerability around things vulnerable things that you really love and want to do in your life, when you open up to do those things, you just open yourself up to get stabbed by people, and they will stab you, and you should get stabbed for it, so you can make the distinctions between what's self-deception and illusion and what's real. So we started shooting low-budget music videos. You couldn't tell me I wasn't going to become a famous singer, and I became the scum of the earth, man. I got screwed over by a concert promoter. I was supposed to open up for Trey Songz and Genuine. And it was sponsored by Pepsi in concert at the Cobo Arena. And it was going to be like 20,000 people. And I found out that that was a big sham. And people I love and care about, friends, I've sold people concert tickets that didn't go through. I ended up ripping people off. And by the time everything hit the fan, I was just a broke, washed up landscaper doing music shows all over the place. But it got to the point where there was, I swear on everything, my music was being played on satellite radio in local nightclubs around here in Michigan. I would go downtown on the weekends to do a show, and I would hear cars driving by bumping my music with the windows down. I've had people come up to me and like, dude, what up? Ask me for autographs, sold CDs. I used to go in nightclubs, and the DJ would announce me and play my music. And I would go right up into the DJ, and they'd announce me to everybody. It was crazy. It was like I was becoming locally famous. But only to a small, sector of people. But it was so real to me that I made it everything, because I was like, I literally wanted to win a Grammy. I wanted to get a major record deal. And I didn't realize that since the whole music industry crashed, what it takes is getting struck by lightning to make all that happen. Struck by lightning. And there's still some of that sick part inside of me, but I keep it at bay because I understand that it was a hard pill to swallow to let all that stuff go. It was a really hard pill to swallow. And I still know some people who today are still trying to make it in the business, and they're no farther along than they were 5 years ago. Let it go. Let it go. If you really want to make it in the music industry, and you're disagreeing with me, if you really want to make it, you would drop everything you're doing right now, and you would go straight to American Idol or X Factor, or straight to New York or LA or DC or wherever the big music is going on, and you would bang on the doors of the record label with your press kit and your CDs and everything. You would perform in front of them until they take you away by the cops, and then you get out of jail, you do it again, and you say, I am your guy, I am your guy, I'm that guy, period, hands down, and you would force the world into recognizing that. You would drop everything you're doing right now, and you would go do it. You would do whatever you have to do, because your belief and faith is so strong that you will not be denied. Those are the people that make it. I wasn't that strong, or I probably would have flipping made it. See, now I'm getting all fired up.